What's that up ahead? I'm not mistaken, am I? Is it a fully functioning Breathedge coffin with hands? We've already seen such coffins, but I doubted it until now. An automatic maintenance team. They can patch us up, but nothing more. We can't get them to completely repair the shuttle. Done. We can go. I don't even know what to call them. Coffin bots? They are not our friends for sure. Level 1 calibration complete. However, I'd like to note that your shooting skill is absolutely unimportant. These weapons have simplified artificial intelligence with a self-learning system, and they simply adapt to the shooter. If this goes on, we might get something important damage. Part that contained unique observation modules with no glass. How was classified as disastrous is mystery to me, but it would be nice to get inside and feed my curiosity. Great! We didn't blow up and are back in line. The enemy is defeated. Level 2 calibration complete. Hitting targets becomes more effective. Probably. Normandy needs repairs. Normandy is about no caution. Critical damage.
You lie again. You are here. That means death was impossible. Tell truth. Confirm.
Welcome to the Diagnostics Center.
I can't believe it. It's a teleporter. If we fly through it at a certain speed, we can get to our station that we left behind. There's no need on the passengers but ordinary people are definitely not afforded. I'm sure there's something interesting under this dome. There might even be a whole spaceship. Okay, probably. We need to go a little slower. The wormhole didn't have enough time to form. Something's wrong. Try flying backwards. Perhaps the teleporter doesn't have enough time to collect enough ionic mass due to the conical shape of the shuttle. It didn't work. There's a possibility that the teleporter is damaged and it doesn't have enough power. Perhaps. And no. You know, theoretically, the portal might not work because portals don't exist at all. Do you believe in any pseudoscientific nonsense? How on earth would there be a portal here? It's just some part of an engine. And our station has probably been destroyed by drifting debris long ago. Great, let's go. Now we definitely need to fly there. Watch the turrets. It looks like it's one of the Space Military Police modules. Their shuttles were equipped with the best defense systems. If we can't find a working shuttle, we can at least try to remove some of their armor plating and patch up the holes on Normandy. Apparently, we won't find any survivors here either. Hey, a door! How unexpected. This container seems familiar. Isn't it the capsule containing one of those ugly cow chicken hybrids that you irresponsibly launched to the surface of the planet? I hope it was empty already because there's no sign of the mutant itself. These tracks don't bode well. I can't imagine how hard the blow was. It seems to be the only way to get to the military shuttles. I suggest we turn back and try to find a safer place to loot. Now you face a fine under Clause 867A of the agreement for damaging the spacesuit with slime of an unknown origin. These are the tracks of the survivors. It's a shame they are bloody. have detected some signs of an unknown infection on this body. According to Intergalactic Regulation number 6, you must take some samples. There was a real massacre here not so long ago. Judging by the tangled footprints leading from the cabin, the mutant attacked these unfortunate fellows and got drunk on their blood, which had a lot of something alcohol-containing in it. By the way, there's a chance that these are the only survivors besides us and your interlocutor with a strange accent. To be more precise, they were the only survivors until you launched a capsule with a mutant at them. What the? Run! It's definitely the mutant from the capsule. I hope it won't be able to get in there and come after us, but we'd better get out of here. By the way, we found the shuttles.
That legit actually gave me a shock there. Freaking hell.
All the shuttles are damaged. However, we only needed their armor plates in the first place. I don't understand mutant language, but it definitely wants to kill us. It's close. This shuttle has armor plates. We can't get them from the outside. Maybe we can pick them off from the inside. And no, we won't be able to pick anything off from here. And here's the owner of the shuttle. You should hurry up. We need to get out of here. The shuttle is under repair. We need to examine it. These sounds aren't good. Looks like it's the control panel for the jack. Here it is, an armor plate that we can use to close the hole in the core. They haven't fully welded it. You need to tear off the brackets and lower the jack. remains only to lower the jack. I didn't think that the weight of the plate was more than 900 kilos. Maybe we should take a closer look at it. Judging by the remains of the mutant, the plate is really heavy. Are you sure you can't carry it? It doesn't look like we can carry it. This is a mechanic from some other game. You don't have any strength at all. It's time to go back. I hope it was the only one here. I don't know what this monster would have done to us if it had caught up with us, but did you see its terrible animations? I've never seen anything like it. It's definitely the most creepy creature in the universe. It looks like a technical corridor. We can use it to go back so we won't have to crawl through the ventilation system. Some more traces of slime. The mutant clearly used the technical corridors. By the way, I wonder how many mutants survived the flight to the planet. Ah, here's the way out. Probably. And yes, I was right. We got back to Normandy. Great. I recommend that we get out of here as soon as possible. We can't install any armor plates, we can't steal any shuttles, so we have nothing else to do here. By the way, while we were running from the monster, someone patched up our hole and put armor plates on the hull. Probably it's the local repair team who worked on it when they noticed the identification marks on Captain Shepard's ship. So it turns out that we could have stayed in the shuttle all this time.
Grida dietro grida viva, grida giuri agna, e la cianca chi è bianca, lascia gli si crassa. Uljem jo kaja ta cianca, se ci tire kaje sa.
I don't think we should ever visit this place again. I wonder how many levels there are. The documentation says it's up to 10,000. According to the number, this is one of the domed cooling modules. The extremely low temperatures overboard and the huge volumes of working fluids allowed the modules to maintain almost any temperature in the shell of the cores without unnecessary energy consumption. We could use something like this for the damaged core of Normandy. An external docking airlock. You can get inside from here. Or rather, you could get inside if you could break all this ice. That's much better. You can dock now. I have no detailed information about the liner's cooling system in my database, but I'm sure you'll have to find something and break something. I wonder if you can call icicles icicles in zero gravity. Technically, they form in a different way, which means they must have another name. Orbicles, for example. Or, expandicles, bursticles, pressuricles. I don't know. I'll allocate one of my processors for generating the name, perhaps. It looks like this is not a passageway leading to the dome, but a temporary storage module. I didn't know it was located in this part of the liner. So it is. These are temporary storage refrigerators. Everyone who was lucky enough to die during the flight on the liner was placed here, and according to my data, there were many of them. Blunt force trauma to the head? Nothing interesting here. Let's hope the deceased didn't walk away on their own. Very interesting. The design of these refrigerators is not that simple. If I had more information, I could make a useful blueprint for Normandy. This boulder could be named in your honor. Just look at all the stuff it destroyed. Cardiac arrest, a common reaction of an elderly body to G-force. Everything is blocked with ice further on. It's unlikely we'll be able to break through. Interesting. The deceased has no pathologies or external injuries. He's healthier than you. Amazing! I can't imagine how this happened, but by looking at the junction box in his hand, I can make a rough diagram of how to connect the refrigerator. Looks like acute poisoning, or stupid poisoning, as he ate a hamster. This is clearly not just simple steam, but something much colder, although you could get under the dome from here. I have no idea what it is or how it works.
You lie again. You are here. That means death was impossible.
Amazing! I can't imagine how this happened, but by looking at the junction box in his hand, I can make a rough diagram of how to connect the refrigerator. Looks like acute poisoning, or stupid poisoning, as he ate a hamster. I have no idea what it is or how it works. Another elderly person with cardiac failure. I don't envy their funerary spacesuits. It must be so stressful for them. It's hard to tell anything from these remains. Despite the damage, the nitrogen valve control unit in this refrigerator remained intact. Very interesting. Looks like I figured out the general concept of integrating thermal control systems even though I don't have an engineering chip installed in me. All that's left is to study the cooling system controller and figure out where to get the working fluid. Then we can assemble a cooling unit for Normandy. Simple as pie. This is clearly not just simple steam, but something much cold. Turn the A02 valve all the way to the right, then the 3 nitrogen reduction valves. Turn the B6 valve to the left at a 30-degree angle. Don't forget to depressurize the valve. Now it's clear how to disable the flow of nitrogen. Well, or like this. All right, time to check the dome. The cooling system controller should be here somewhere. We're looking for some sort of a box? No, probably a computer, or a room, or maybe a data block, or a barrel with a button. I haven't fully studied what it should look like. Untreated wastewater. I wouldn't recommend defrosting and drinking it. Wait a second, this mosaic. So that's why your relative's face seems so familiar to me. A brilliant engineer, one of the creators of the core, and the father of artificial intelligence. It's him! Amazing! Are you sure you're not adopted? The crew was killed shortly before the crash. They didn't even have anything to defend themselves with. I noticed that it's enough for a human to get one hit in any part of the body to die, whereas coffins only die when certain points on the head and stomach are damaged. According to some sketchy fragments of data, I assumed that it might be the office of your grandpa and his team. Did you know that he was supposed to be on board the liner? An employee pass is required. I wonder if a handy scrapper will do, or if you'll have to search the bodies. Nothing of interest. 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 Solids detected. Solids detected. The deceased is on the ship's crew list. I've checked. I don't know why, though. Ouch, that must hurt. It's a good thing you only need to pass from a corpse, but not the corpse itself. Apparently your grandpa was supposed to fly as a crew member and monitor the core's activity. I wish I'd had a chance to talk to him. All the equipment was destroyed, and someone took all the data blocks. Someone's been looking for something here. I wonder what it was. Most likely, the liner's core was remotely controlled from here, but someone broke everything. I think the controller must be here somewhere. Here it is, the cooling system controller. I told you it looked like, this. Either the controller is broken, or we don't have access. In any case, I only need to examine its internals, so I suggest using a handy scrapper. So this is how it works. Okay, I see. Great! Enough damage. I've made a blueprint of the cooling unit. You can feel how hot my logic board is. No less than 85 degrees. I knew you wouldn't say no. It's hot, isn't it? Just like Normandy's core, which we need to cool down already. However, I have some unpleasant news for you. I found out where to find the working fluid for the cooling unit, but you are unlikely to like it. In any case, we will need a drill and moral depravity. I can't stop thinking about your brilliant relative. He clearly worked here and designed many of the liner's systems. Could the accident have been caused by someone who needed his body or the data from his office? Yes, that's right. The working fluid is inside of them in the area of the bladder. We really need it, but they don't. doubt about it. That should work. When installing it, don't touch the core's shell. Great, it works! At least now you won't get fried inside of me and smear my lining with your combustion residue. No, there is definitely something wrong here. I tried to track the flight path of your relative's body using the information of the coffins we opened earlier. He disappeared right after you lost him. Moreover, the other coffins didn't receive either any signal about the destruction of the coffin or its coordinates. It looks like some pastures for synthetic cows. Someone surely didn't know a better way to invest their money. Oh, why would you do that? I don't think it's legal. We might be stuck here for a long time. Maybe we'd better save some food? If its pieces stick to our glass, we won't be able to wipe them off. By the way, did you notice that synthetic blood doesn't freeze in space? I'll save it to my useless facts database. Have you ever thought that a synthetic cow might contain, I can't think of anything to stop you. It's a good thing almost all the cows were carried into outer space and destroyed. Otherwise, there would have been thousands of them here. We can dock here. Without a doubt, it's a luxury habitation module. I've no desire to open the coffins, but now I'm sure they work on the energy produced by the decomposing bodies in them. It's disgusting and brilliant at the same time. He was shot everywhere. By the way, that's Banana Frank. He's presumably one of the leaders of the Green Universe. What a big corpse. I won't be able to scan his face since it's no longer there, but I can assume from his shape that it's the head of the Green Universe Department on Kepler 62, Fat Jim. Someone was dragged out into the corridor. Both corpses belong to the leaders of the Green Universe. I have the impression that all the important people of this organization were flying in this module. I doubt anyone survived here. He was dragged out of the cabin to unlock the door. A retinal scan is an extremely unpleasant method of data protection, especially for the owner of the retina. A Green Universe logo. It's rather peculiar, I must say. It's locked from the inside and welded shut from the outside. This type of door is unfamiliar to me. It's probably some military project. Seems like this robot tried to make itself wired, but it only burned out. By the way, the coffins clearly don't have external charging ports. It looks like all the doors are locked, and I don't know how to open them. This door is also unfamiliar to me, but it's clearly from a different series. Despite his foolish death, this man clearly knew about the weak point in the door's design and tried to open it. I can modify the angle grinder's blueprint a little so that we can continue the dead man's work of destruction and get under the dome.
Piazza Fierielli. In stadio da Spavaro.
You've assembled a real... What is that? You read my instructions, didn't you? The door is loose. Just kick it out. I was expecting a slightly different result, but this will do as well. A real forest in the middle of space. It's not very rational, but impressive. Judging by the signals, the robot is Momentus. Only this new form is programmed to make ugly creatures. The orders to the activists didn't have this information. It's unlikely that they would have agreed to be disposed of, and the binary code in the note raises the question, who was this note intended for? There's no connection between the maintenance team and the Green Universe. His murder was meaningless. Careful! Active anti-asteroid protection. We could use it, by the way. We need to somehow bypass the protection without breaking it. These wires lead to the shuttle, and judging by the markings, they are designed to power light weapons. I've wanted to ask you for a long time about your warm relationship with the chicken, but I won't say anything. By the way, the anti-asteroid protection is deactivated. The shuttle's registration number is hidden. Given that the leaders of the Green Universe were in the habitation modules, there was someone even worse here. It can't be. This is the personal shuttle of Frederick Maloney, leader of the Green Universe. And it looks like these are his personal body parts. The communications node was hacked, if I may say so. It could be that Frederick is ill, but it's more likely that someone had killed him long before the liner took off. And here is the anti-asteroid protection system. We don't even need to hack it, as it has already been done for us. Splendid! Now we only need to find a few rare parts. So, the main leader of the Green Universe is long dead, the other leaders are killed, and the crash was initiated by some unknown people who control the coffins. Sounds like a B action movie script. They tried to open the doors from the inside, but they got badly injured and lost too much blood. I want to believe that Breathedge is not involved in all this, but I must inform you that when you assigned the contract for the funeral, you agreed to everything in the terms of service. To absolutely everything. Despite the obvious signs of some large-scale conspiracy, I still have the feeling that the catastrophe was accidental. I can't figure out what the hypothetical terrorists might have gained from the complete destruction of the liner. Most likely, the activists of the Green Universe were following orders to capture the liner and then simply screwed up, which is confirmed by some of our findings. Having one such repair robot would come in handy. It's a shame that it's impossible to intercept the control of the maintenance team. Normandy is ready for more damage.
You lie again. You are here. That means death was...
Signal coming from here. I can't make it out exactly, but it seems like a call for all survivors to gather at this point. Apparently, the survivor... Sure. Wait a second. This is the liner's bow docking airlock for its crew. If there's at least one shuttle left here, we can try to get the friend or foe system to the diagnostic station. That is, if we determine what this system looks like. I must say, there's quite a lot of security here. What's that? A mutant? Ah, nope. It's just a dead fool. Oh, so many corpses. For a closed, secure module, there are an awful lot of dead people in civilian spacesuits around. It seems that shortly before the crash, they decided to hold a protest here, although it's unclear what the liner's crew had to do with cows. In any case, the employees have sealed the module hermetically, and we can't get in there easily now. Stop. There's something wrong here. While the activists were waving their signs outside, inside there was a fight between the liner's crew and the coffins. However, almost all of them were killed by some third party. They even destroyed the repair robots, and brutally removed some important parts from them too. We can't open these doors without special equipment. Maybe it's for the best. Peace violation! We're in the right module. Judging by the signals, the surviving shuttle of the liner's crew is right ahead, but the voice in the distance is troubling me. What the? This is clearly not an ordinary police robot. The repair robots have done something wrong to it.
Peace violation! Leave the unlawful assembly!
Wait a second, it's aggressive too. I recommend that you shamefully flee.
Reloading! Don't leave your cover! Reloading! Stay where you are!
I don't think it even noticed. We need to weaken it somehow.
Reloading! Don't leave your cover! Intruder!
You lie again. You are here, that means...
What the? This is clearly not an ordinary police robot. The repair robots have done something wrong to it.
Peace violation! Leave the unlawful assembly!
Wait a second. It's aggressive, too. I recommend that you shamefully flee. The discharger is about to fire.
Act of aggression! Act of aggression! Anti-terrorist mode activated. You've thrown a paper cup at a public officer. You are under arrest. Proceeding with execution.
Oh, this is not how it usually works in boss battles. This seems to be its weak spot, like any irons or toasters, for example.
Reloading. Don't leave your cover. No power. Backup power activated.
These look like backup batteries. We need to break them to disable the police robot.
Reloading. Stay where you are. Reloading. Stay where you are. Attention. You will be killed and then arrested. Reloading. Don't leave your cover. Unlawful assembly. Suppressors destroyed. Starting maximum performance.
But how can it be? I've watched hundreds of movies and video games. It always worked.
Attention! Overload! I'm a machine! I'm strong! Overload!
Oh, it looks like it broke down. That went exactly according to my plan. I see. After the crash, some smart aleck tried to reprogram the security robot. For this purpose, they inserted an unprotected diskette into its central port, infecting it with the HAIV virus. If I were this robot, I'd get mad too. You can patch up the spacesuit with this, as well as yourself, of course. This really is the shuttle of the liner's crew. I hope we find the friend or foe system, and that it'll take a long time for us to hack it. My processors are vibrating from the thought. It's blocked from the inside. break into the liner's system first and see if there's any information there. So, let's start. What we need is... No. Are you kidding me? Is this a joke? Check the box to your left.
Griva dietro, griva diva, griva giuria mia, e faccianca chi è bianca, lascia gorgli si crasa. Puglie mio caia faccianca, se ci tiri calle sta.
This really is the shuttle of the liner's crew. I hope we find the friend or foe system, and that it'll take a long time for us to hack it. My processors are vibrating from the thought. It's blocked from the inside. We'll break into the liner's system first and see if there's any information there. So, let's start. What we need is... No. Are you kidding me? Is this a joke? Check the box to your left. According to the crew's correspondence, the friend or foe system is just certain license plates on the shuttles. But if the plate is unreadable, the system freezes and doesn't attack the shuttle. So this is the multi-billion-dollar protection system of the liner? The diagnostic station knew about this vulnerability, and it couldn't just tell us to cover our license plate with a piece of paper? I suggest we go back and burn all its circuits. I would be furious now if it weren't for one thing. It turns out this shuttle is fully functional. I just need some time to break into its control system. While I'm busy, you just don't touch anything. Better yet, try assembling a jigsaw puzzle, for example. Right, great. Now just sit here. Hacking the system will require my maximum performance, so I'll have to turn off for a few seconds. Just don't touch or press anything. Alright, I'm back. I want to inform you that... What the? Let's get out of here! I left you for only 3 seconds! You were just assembling a jigsaw puzzle. There was nothing dangerous there. But we were so... never mind. I'd like to comment on this in some way, but I don't even know what to say. We'd better get back to Normandy. I hope that a closed license plate will really help us bypass the security systems. No, I can't help but ask. How? How did you do it? Did you play around with a lighter? Did you pull the wiring? Did you learn how to shoot laser beams out of your eyes? I don't understand how this is possible at all. I also don't understand why someone would create a security system that can be easily bypassed by dirty license plates, unless the genius who infected the police robot with HIV was the chief engineer of the liner. Actually, it would explain a lot. By the way, there's no physical license plate on Normandy, although there is a digital one, which is usually requested at any security check. I think I can replace a couple of characters with asterisks, and let's hope the friend or foe system doesn't care what kind of plate we have on the shuttle. Normandy is ready for more damage. Normandy is about to fall. Normandy!
You lie again.
Normandy needs
You lie again. You are here. That means death was...
It looks like Normandy is fully prepared for another acceleration. That is, if the friend or foe system works and we are not destroyed on our approach to the accelerating station, of course. And there's the accelerating station. It doesn't seem to be active, though. We've received a friend or foe identification request from the security systems. I hope the unreadable number will really help. Normandy is ready for more damage. It works! The security system keeps sending us the request, but it's not taking any action. Great! Why are there so many coffins here? I can't tell what part of the ship this is, but there's something going on here. All my sensors are registering an incredible electrical activity. The station is inactive but intact. Probably it has no power. I suggest we find a place to dock and look around. What an old communications spaceship. It's the same age as the debris of the station with Breathedge cores. The service airlock. It's intact. This is the liner's debris for sure, but I can't identify it. Another closed door. How original. I think they could have come up with something more interesting than that. I wish I hadn't said anything. What the? I take my words back. I wish it was another closed door. Enough with this originality. The accelerating station is connected directly with those wires. Or with these ones. But it definitely is connected, which means you can restore the power supply. Apparently, the coffins were pulling the wires, but someone killed them all. What an impressive size of this hull. I assume that we're in the classified modules of the liner that belong to its central core. Only the chosen ones, like your grandfather, could admire them. careful. There's some activity ahead. It looks like some of the coffins are still functioning. What's the equipment? I can't say for certain what it is, but it looks like some old data processor with basic artificial intelligence. It's likely that Coffins unplugged the accelerating station, plugged this thing in instead, and tried to... I have no idea what they were trying. We just need to plug in the accelerating station. It looks like there's a powerful, deadly, and unstable power source behind this airlock, and we need to get in there, of course. Someone broke open the control panel. I don't want to panic, but we can't open these gates unless I find a loophole in their locking system. Hidden burglar-proof hinges. Mechanical action isn't possible. Judging by the encoding, there's a high-pressure hydraulic drive system built in here. We won't be able to move the doors apart. The gates are recessed into the floor and have bastion armored floor coverings. All the electronics are protected by double encoding and a hidden duplication system. The estimated average hacking time is 2 million years. At least 6 layers of a 6th class durability alloy. My sensors can't get any deeper than that. And here's its weak spot. Well, compared to the rest of the solid mass of the door. If we try very hard, we can leave quite a decent dent here in a couple of years. Probably. I think now I understand how these gates work. We need to check the central locking valve. Yes, I figured out how to open it. For starters, we need 3 live hamsters, 2 electrical tapes, a bottle, a grenade, about 20 kilograms of metal, wireframe, 2 motors but not too powerful, paint, or rather part of a paint spray can, and some small iron balls, only 200 or 300 of them. What's the logic? This game is worthless. No, seriously. Why is there a door on a secret and protected object that you could just... Ooh. Forget about the door. I can't believe it. This is an additional small core of the liner unnamed. It's still working. Unbelievable. Caution. There's a coffin on the control platform. It's the captain of the liner's chief assistant. Apparently, even the most important employees of the liner didn't manage to evacuate. I'm surprised you survived. It looks like some techno-cannibalism. This coffin tried to replace its damaged parts by removing them from its dead kin. It seems that this coffin destroyed all the others. I think that it's... No! It can't be! But the signal was lost. How is this even possible? Still, there's no doubt. It's definitely him. It's your grandpa. The coffin with your relative died in a battle with other coffins. I don't understand anything anymore. I know it's not easy, but we need to check him out.
My dear man, if you're reading this now, it means that I didn't succeed. But you noticed my note on the fridge, or on the mirror, or in the corridor, or on the dresser, or on your forehead. I'm sorry, I tried to leave them everywhere possible. You must stop the flight of the liner, ASAP. I've been working as an engineer at the Scientific Research Institute of Space Development for nearly 58 years. And in the last several years, we have been fulfilling orders for the Breathedge Funerary Agency. I haven't told you much about my work. I'm so sorry. But it's not that important right now. I started to notice that the Breathedge Agency was making odd requests, and I conducted my own investigation. Now I'm sure they're not who they say they are. Breathedge is perhaps the biggest and most dangerous fraud in human history. Please, take this recording and our chicken to Boris Gromov. You do remember my old friend at the investigation department, don't you? Today I'll try to get closer to them. I need hard evidence. I love you, Grandpa. And don't forget to feed the chicken. She is the key.
Breathedge? No, I don't understand. So all of this could have been avoided if you had at least washed your face? I don't know what to say. But it doesn't matter now. The main thing is that your grandpa knew something about the coffins, the disaster, and the company that created me. I'll try to decipher the tape and wait in case you want to bury your relative. Put him over there on the emergency eject platform. I should have recommended that the funeral protocol be followed and that you take the deceased to the shuttle, but with such damage to the coffin, your relative's body would soon simply spill out all over the deck. He didn't deserve this. Now we need to open the airlock and pay our last respects to this great man. I suppose that the blue wire leads to the accelerating station because it's written on it. And what in the world is this thing? He's been caught up in the planet's gravity. How beautiful. Wait a second. What is a neutron bomb? Oh, seems like reading notes isn't your thing. To be honest, I've no idea what fine you might get for destroying a potentially habitable planet, but I'll be melted down into a toaster. I'll definitely be melted down. What a shame. Or maybe... Can we just forget everything? Activating partial defragmentation of the data. Beep, beep, beep. Defragmentation complete. What happened to this planet? It was like this when we got here, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Okay then. I don't have a defragmentation function. It's time for us to get out of here and hope we die before the justice system gets to us. It's her again. Given the circumstances, I'm even more certain that this is another hoax and we shouldn't be distracted by her. Besides, she knows that we blew up the planet. Now we need to focus on activating the accelerating station and getting to the central core to activate the warp acceleration. Whatever you did it right. Now you only need to do the same thing to a couple of more places on the wire, and then the small core will be able to power the accelerating station. So, I couldn't decipher the compromising evidence, but I copied its contents so you wouldn't lose them. Now I think it's time for us to sum up everything that happened. Your grandpa was investigating a global conspiracy in Breathedge, but he died, leaving behind a programmed killer robot with compromising evidence. You, how shall I put it? You weren't able to find your grandpa's warnings on the note stuck to your own forehead. You took his dead body directly on board of the liner unnamed, which he clearly didn't want to get on. A few hours later, the liner was attacked by the Green Universe, who was tricked by someone and used for that someone's own purposes. The Green Universe, apparently, goofed up, so the liner crashed into an old station and exploded. Then hundreds of coffins got activated, turning into aggressive robots that killed the survivors. Your grandpa also got activated and wanted to pass the compromising evidence on to someone he knew, but died a second time. Now we have this compromising evidence, and the killer robots clearly know about it. Don't you think we're at risk? Poke the handy scrapper here. Great, there's one more left. You need a handy scrapper here. Wonderful. You powered the accelerating station somehow, but I don't feel like explaining how. It's time for us to get back to Normandy before more coffins arrive. The accelerating station is active, so get close to it while I prepare for acceleration. Wait a second. The next autopilot point has the same coordinates that Babe sent you in the last message. So she called Captain Shepard for help too, since he marked her coordinates? This definitely doesn't bode well for us. Alright, let's go. I'll try not to reboot. It didn't work. I rebooted anyway. Hate acceleration. We seem to have arrived. However, I have some good news and some bad news for you. The good news is that you've learned to control the steering wheel very well. And the bad news is that you're no longer in control of Normandy. It looks like an old magnetic acceleration airlock system, and the autopilot has taken over the control for forced docking. I don't know much about magnetic airlocks, but we probably won't be allowed to disengage without remote clearance for departure. Of course, your interlocutor can't be here. It's the debris of an old space station of the Breathedge Funerary Agency. We've been in such a station before. No, one thing still bothers my mind. Like, I can imagine you, but how could Captain Shepard have bought into this Babe's messages and routed a course here? This is beyond my understanding. We have arrived. As I said before, the magnetic acceleration airlock system requires departure clearance. We're stuck in here. Yes, now there's no doubt that this is an old magnetic airlock with an active acceleration system. I recognize some of its parts. We'll have to find the airlock control center if we want to leave. Apparently, the airlock hasn't been used for a long time. Now we just need to find the control center, and try not to make any noise. Okay, I guess we can forget about the ladder and just find the control center.
We
been to the debris at this station before. I recognize the outdated components manufactured by Breathedge 50 years ago. Both shot in the back of the head, about 30 years ago, judging by their mummification. I recommend that you be extremely cautious, as somebody may have already discovered us and prepared a cunning trap. Coffins from the 20s. We've seen similar ones before. This door doesn't creak. Maybe we'll even manage to sneak in unnoticed.
The masquerade is over, weak human. Prepare him to interrogation. Prepare with pain.
I'm confused. It's not Babe, is it?
Well, at last you tell truth. I believe you. But it is not save you. You humans always to ruin everything. Everything went so smoothly. Our creator, under guise of a cosmic funeral, created an invincible army of robot coffins. Green Universe needed to stop the liner. We kill all, captured the core, and connect to the Great Mother Station. Power of the core allows our creator to control grand attack of coffins across the galaxy and take over the power. But humans from Green Universe were not able to execute simplest job and destroy our center with the liner and damage our Great Mother Station. Idiota. But it does not matter. War already began. Since you not pass compromising evidence in time, the humans cannot prepare. The main attack will not be centralized without the core, but we are many, and we still capture the world for our creator. And you die. Take away and prepare for disposal.
Hey, it's not time to sleep. Can you feel my electrical zaps? Try to get up. We need to do something. Come on, get up, quietly.
Why does it move?
Shoot!
You didn't prepare it. How do you wake up? You're supposed to lie. Your body must not move. You spoil embalming compound. But it does not matter. Well, since you are so cling to life, weak human, before you die, I want to show you something. Yes, before you die, I'll show you this. And you cannot skip it. Whatever you do, you cannot skip these crawling letters. Ha 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 ha.
Press it, quick! It doesn't work. Does this game have any mechanics at all? It looks like this was our last chance. I feel sorry it ended like this. It was a pleasure spending time with you.
It's time to finish, weak human.
So that's where it went. To be honest, I thought we were done for good, but I should never underestimate your talent for breaking things. Okay, we need to get out of this. Apparently, there were a lot of critical failures in their brains, holding up without maintenance for so long. It's a mystery how they still function. Have we really found the owner of the ship that saved us? The handwriting is identical. It's nothing but fate that brought him here. We need to be careful. We don't know how many of these coffin bots are left here. There were clearly some experiments being conducted here. These are old preservation capsules. They seem to contain the entire crew of this station. It's locked from the inside. And this one seems to be the capsule for you. How terrible! They preserve corpses right in their spacesuits. I wouldn't want to be stuck here with your body for 40 years. The equipment is badly damaged. Even gravity has been disabled. At least the oxygen generators are working. By the way, how do you connect to them so quickly and imperceptibly on any debris? This is starting to raise questions. What in the world is this? Something was being assembled here, or someone was being disassembled. No, this is too much. Apparently, we did find Babe. It looks like this is the only way out of here. I can see Normandy. I don't recommend flying too far from the station. We still need to find the control center, and we can't get into Normandy from outside. The remains of the cooling gel from the spaceship are scattered all over the area. Luckily, Normandy didn't get hit by one of these. What's it doing there? Aren't those your underpants? We have to be very careful. They're probably preparing an ambush for us. It looks like some kind of technical corridor. I hope we can get to the control center from here. I would throw it away on the spot. I still can't believe that the Breathedge agency is directly involved in all this. If the robot hasn't lied to us, we need to send the compromising evidence before the massive attack begins. Otherwise, there will simply be nowhere to go back. I think there should still be some transmitting systems near the core, and for the sake of saving the galaxy, I would strongly recommend using them before we attempt to activate the warp jump. This place seems familiar. Isn't it where the coffin bots interrogated you? Looks like we found one of the station's control centers. We could have figured out it was here. Seems like the main systems are still working, unlike this coffin. Too bad. The coffin was connected to the control center, and it burned out along with all the connectors on the panel. I can't connect directly to it, but with your help, I can try to do it through the robot itself. Just try to saw it as quietly as you can. They're probably looking for us. Alright, now switch that little receiver over there. Done. I've connected to... No. Oh, it's rusty. Ugh, disgusting. Alright. Well, I'm ashamed to admit, but the robot no longer has a direct connection to the station. But it still has an unencrypted cache block where I saw the most disgusting moments of this coffin bot's life. I also found the passwords for the doors and magnetic airlocks, but still, the absolute quantity of that abhorrent data was overpowering. We can go back to Normandy. It looks like the guards died without our help. Lucky us. Just be as quiet as possible. Something's wrong. I think they're waiting for us behind the next door. It's too quiet. Be extra cautious. Ready your weapon. It's about to get hot. Melt under this stress. It looks like they're too smart. I think they've set up an ambush right outside Normandy. The coast is clear. They're trying to lure us into the shuttle. This isn't good. Try not to damage the shuttle as shooting starts. That's it. This is the end. They're on the captain's bridge. Where's the ambush? Did I turn on the suspensional music for nothing? Ah, never mind. It's time for us to leave. Clearance for departure received. There's only one step left. The coffin bots wanted to connect the core directly to the ship with the mother station, and we need to do something similar with Normandy. It will require a huge amount of energy to travel on the pleasure shuttle to the habitable sectors, and, as I've already mentioned, the core can give us that. If we're faster than the core exploding, of course. And yes, since there is no babe, we must... What? It can't be. We saw the robots die. We won't fall for this a second time because... Hey, easy there. You'll make me Could you be more careful? We almost crashed. You won't fall for the same bait again, will you? We need to send the compromising evidence all over the galaxy and connect to the core without blowing ourselves up. We don't have time for non-existent survivors. Captain Shepard's autopilot is still active. I hope it will simply turn off when the systems reboot. Otherwise, I won't be able to change the route for the warp acceleration. Oh, this is it. The core. Let's forget about Babe for a second. We need to look around. Right, and one of these robots is sending us messages. By the way, she doesn't have that awful accent anymore. Be careful. All the data on the core is classified, and I have no idea where we're going. What colossal energy! Your grandpa I feel like we're in the middle of a conversation. Maybe each of the survivors, including Captain Shepard, have their own dead babe. The automatic maintenance team has survived even here. I wonder why the coffin bots destroyed the repair robots in the interior, but they don't touch them in space. Normandy is ready for more damage. We fit through just perfect. It's a shame we won't get an achievement for this. This is the first time I've seen a ship like this. It looks like the coffins were going to use it to connect the core to the mother station, or they are still going to do it, judging by their activity. I've never realized how incredible an artificial intelligence must be to control an entire galaxy of coffins. Judging by the burned out systems, these spaceships didn't have time to fly far from the core. Or perhaps it was used for Ryzen to track the demonstration. But I would recommend wasting time. The core might destabilize at any moment, and even if we survive the explosion, we'd never be able to fly away from here. Is this by any chance the debris of the Mayo tank? I still don't know what the substance there was, but it completely burned down. apparently didn't have time to evacuate. Someone was definitely supposed to survive, but the robots had obviously fixed it. You can dock to this spaceship. The airlock is asking for access codes, and it's using foul language. This is the first time I've seen an airlock with an artificial intelligence, but it's clearly not happy with us. What an interesting place. Start the connection, she said. I have a crazy idea, but first let's take a look around. I hope we destroyed all the coffins when we came here. Someone else apparently wanted to connect to the core directly, but they did it very clumsily. Apparently, Captain Shepard's shuttle is not the only one equipped with a warp accelerator, although I thought that such resource-intensive systems are never installed on such small spaceships. We are lucky. Use a toy as a compensator. No wonder they burned down. Babe lost her accent. Or perhaps different coffins have different voice packets. Apparently, he stuck a nitrogen cylinder in the oxygen valve and died. There was a serious battle here. No wonder. The core was supposed to be guarded by the best forces on the liner. Someone did a good job here, right under the coffin bot's noses. Without the schematics for the modules, we'll spend weeks trying to open all these airlocks to find the core control post. This spaceship is definitely connected directly to the core. I can't help thinking that we can use this if we put together a stabilizing unit. station for old battery-powered types of spaceships. If we can build a voltage transmission unit based on this station, we can power Normandy without melting its plating.